Morning guys, Jason Suddy here. Welcome to Follow Up Friday. I missed you last week, I enjoyed Hawaii a lot, but I definitely, of course, missed connecting with all of you, and I'm glad to be back. So what I want to talk about this week is actually one of my favorite questions, and that's when I first meet a client, and one of the first things I ask them is, do you have a budget? And inherently I get sometimes I get a no, sometimes I get yeah, it's $850,000. Now the follow-up question when they actually have a figure is it $850,000 because you've done the math, you know what the payment is and you're comfortable with that? Or is it $850,000 because you were on MLS last night, you found a property you loved, and it just happens to be $850,000? So that leads me to one of the things that we do different than anything else. And we did it because nothing drives me crazier than things falling through the cracks. I don't love surprises, especially bad ones. So there's nothing worse than when someone, goes through the process, gets the documents, gets pre-approved, but really hasn't leaned into their budget, hasn't leaned into what that payment is. You've looked, you've made an offer, you've gotten accepted, we've even got it approved, they've got the documents, and then they're like, oh shit. It's $3,600 a month. That's the worst. So one of the things we do really early in the process is we do a budget exercise with our clients. We go through and make sure hey, this is what this is gonna look like. We give them some options, but we make sure they know the totality of what they're really doing. So when we get farther down the process, there's no surprises. So if you have anyone that you have pre-approved, we would love to actually give them a second opinion and quite frankly, help them go through a budget. Because the reality is if they haven't started the process with us, they probably haven't set their budget. Hope to talk to you all soon. Have a great Friday and a great weekend.